Hi guys, Tracy Hess from Zoned2BToned. We're here with Steven Webster, newest NPC competitor. Steve today is going to show us a wide grip lat pull down. He's got an amazing back. Wait till you guys see this year. So let's show off this back now. You ready, Steve?
Sure am.
All right, let's do this. Okay. And as you can see on most machines, most guys, of course, wants to go nice and wide, corner to corner, all the way to the end. Steve's going to lean back. He's going to elevate his chest to that bar, and he's going to pull with his lats. Keeping a nice strict form. As you can see, the body's not moving whatsoever. He is pulling all with his lats down to the chest. And he's getting a nice full stretch all the way up to the top without locking out his elbows. How you doing, dear?
Good.
Okay. And we all know if you're trying to build mass, you want to keep it between your 8 to 10 mark, no higher. If you're trying to get lean, you want to get 12 to 15. Of course, if you're competing, you're 15 to 20 reps. Light weights. How you doing, dear? Good?
Real good.
Counting. And as you can see, he's really emphasizing on squeezing it down, getting a nice stretch to the top. And when he's done, he comes up, he can get a little stretch in his back. Awesome, babe. How you feel?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Now, Steve, guys, you like to train a little heavier. You guys want to make sure you pyramid, start off with a little light set, warm up light, and then work your way up to the working set, okay? The next exercise, we'll be right back with the next exercise. Second exercise we're going to do is what we call a low row machine. You guys all see this at gyms. Steve's going to demonstrate an exercise. Of course, Steve lifts a little bit heavier, so make sure you're starting off light and work your way up, okay? Steve, you ready?
Yep.
Step up to the plate. Okay. He's going to drop back on his heels. The first thing you want to make sure you do is keep your glute muscles extremely tight. That will avoid putting stress onto your lower back. Steve is elevating his chest so that all the lower back is getting work at the same time. He's taking a nice stretch down to the bottom, keeping all his weight back on his heels, taking all the pressure off the lower back, but he wants to work it without taxing it. How are we doing, Steve?
Good.
Oh, look at that. Good stretch at the bottom, squeezing at the top. And if you feel strong, you can always hold that for 1 second at the top and then release it, okay? And then you can work your way up with your weight to get a little bit more heavier and then drop your reps down. Again, if you're beginners with this exercise, you want to do your 12 reps. If you feel like you want to burn more calories, you do 12 to 15. If you're trying to mass build, 8 to 10 reps. Okay, we're going to show you the next exercise. All right, you mass builders, we're working on the third exercise. As you can see, we did lat pull down to start. We did the lower back, and we're going to hit to the middle of the back. We're going to hit more of the erectors. Steve, you ready?
I'm ready.
Doing good. I'm so glad these guys are the models. I get to stand here and talk and explain. All right, ready? Okay. As you can see, Steve, he's very tall, so machines are not fit for the tall guys. So he's scooting down a little bit lower, keeping his chest on the machine. As you can see, when Steve pulls this weight back, he's kind of lifting his chest up a little bit to contract more in the erector muscles in the middle of the back. And just guys, make sure that you're breathing. So when you pull it up in exertion, exhale. He's getting a good stretch around in the back, getting a good stretch in the back, and then he's pulling back to the erectors, giving that 1 second pause at the top, really contracting the muscle. How you doing, dear? Okay.
Yep.
Good stretch, good strict form. You don't want to be rounding at the shoulders because then you're driving more with the rear delts, a little less than the erector back muscles. Very nice. You're doing all right.
Yep. Doing good.
That's it. Third exercise. We'll be back with our next exercise. Okay, we're going to finish up. Our last exercise for our back will be a dumbbell row. This is very, very important because this is where your lower lats start. Your lower lat blends into your upper lats, and it just gives you a nice V shape for your back. Okay, babe, you ready to do this exercise? As you can see, Steve's placing opposite knee, opposite arm. So left knee up on bench, right arm forward. And he's going to get a nice good stretch like he's starting a lawnmower. So he's reaching straight out, keeping it very tight on that lower lat muscle. When he drives it back, he's pulling his elbows really tight to his rib cage. As you can see, getting a good stretch. Again, to start and to end with these 12 to 15 reps. Good stretch there, beautiful. Make sure you're breathing each time. And another tip, make sure you do not twist and turn when you're doing the exercise. Okay, Steve completed one side, we're going to hit to the other side. So you want to keep everything tight to the body. Remember, no twisting and turn from the torso. Flat back, opposite knee, opposite arm. Steve's taking a good stretch in the bottom, and he's drawing it back, squeezing the lower lats. Keeping the head elevated so the back stays flat. How you doing, dear? Reach for the floor, stretch it. Pull the elbows tight to the body. Hard squeeze. How are we doing there, dear? Wow. Last one. One down. Okay. All right. Good job, babe. All right. Lat pull downs. Low row. T-bar row for the middle of your back. And of course, you're going to finish off with your dumbbell row machine. That's your back workout this week. I'm Tracy Hess, Steven Webster. We'll see you next week for not hot tip workouts on the gym floor.